comes it back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Nifty move. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Haskins going to throw again. Oh, Johnson, nice grab. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On play action, Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to throw, Rutledge. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Back to throw. Rutledge. Over the middle, complete. That's Richards. And the Ravens are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Looking to throw. Rutledge. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. They'll roll him out right. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Playing 56. Playing 56. Ready? 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Now Haskins on 1st down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Haskins' throw complete to Freiermuth. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st down, it's Haskins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Tighten up, pull it together. 56 to Mike, boys, 56, check 56. Who that?
Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins eluding the pressure right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Hey, watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Again on second and 10, it's Haskins. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw on second down, Rutledge. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Rutledge. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, Rutledge. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And down inside the 15 he goes.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Rutledge. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 3rd down, Rutledge. Again, that's Hurst. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made here at the 36. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Looking to throw. Rutledge got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 12, Haskins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where. Wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Off the screen.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Hampton. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Hampton. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Rutledge. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Rutledge. Now he'll escape to his left. He finds his man, complete. That's Gallagher. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Rutledge. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, there was nothing open down the field, so give him credit for his patience and not forcing it. Showed a lot of confidence in his big man to just swing it out to the fullback, and they got some good yardage out of it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Tucker's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
53. All right. 18 run. 18 run. Hey, let's get there. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
24 is the mic. Good track, good track. 19 is the mic. 24 is the mic. Right here, right here. 24 is the mic. Blue Dan, blue Dan.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
24 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 24 is the mic.
Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. 43 is the mic. Watch the run. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. I got you. 60. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Tackles.
They'll look to throw here. That's to Freiermuth. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. Running right through him. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me Make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And he's brought down.
13 yards on the play. Complete to number 84.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on first down, Rutledge. And that is incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Ravens, their good start continues as they get their record up